Anyverse Now Enterprises, an animal health organization, is committed to fostering harmony between animals, nature, and humans. We offer a range of services, from Reiki and therapy to comprehensive education, empowering pet owners and communities to coexist in harmony. Join us in creating a world where animals, nature, and humans thrive together. Visit our website at dayronshavers.com to discover how you can be part of this transformative journey.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome. All right, we got another live stream, and we got the name of the live stream. It's called the Meditation Station. All right, so from now on, the sessions on these days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, this is what the title is going to be, the Meditation Station. All right, all right. So with that, keep in mind that the purpose of these sessions is to help you come into contact with the best version of yourself. All right. So the topics that I cover range from meditations to personal development, topics such as this, right? To give you tools to help you become the best version of yourself that you view yourself of becoming. All right. So I'm just here to help you out along the way with these sessions. All right. Again, it's going to be called the Meditation Station. All right. So with these regards, if you haven't yet, be sure to register for your virtual ticket to the virtual conference tomorrow. All right. On the virtual conference titled Building Your Business Content, we're talking about focus, execution, and monetization. All right. With myself, as well as Master Mentor Darcy Oganiga, who is a global author, global media strategist, as well as an innovator, visionary. The list goes on, right? We're doing a joint webinar to bring you the tools to help you get to where you want to go. All right. So for our topic today, we're going to talk about focus. All right. And why focus is important for us. All right. So we're going to talk about reason number one. Focus benefits our productivity. All right. So when we're able to focus, right, and we call this intentional focus, when we're intentionally focused on a task that benefits our cause, right, in accomplishing our goals, then when we put that intentional focus, productivity increases. All right. So this is like if we want to accomplish some things within a day, right, and we put these on a schedule, right? We schedule tasks that we want to complete. We'll say 3 tasks for the day, whatever that may be. Read a page from a book, right? Make a social media post, right? Tell someone you're grateful for that you're grateful for them, right? And when you put your intentional focus to accomplish these 3 things, is when you start to see productivity. All right. Now that's just one. Number 2, quality of our work. So when we put our intentional focus into what we're working on, whether we're an entrepreneur, right? Whether you are a healer, whether you are, if you're working in a workplace, right? And you have to produce, your task well. Or if you're in school, right, you have to produce a project, right? When you start to put in focus for these tasks, right, then you start to pay attention to details within the task, right? So when you start to pay attention to the details, it's kind of like an artist, right? If an artist is painting or drawing, right, and they put their focus on that painting and drawing, right, with no distractions for a period of time, and they look at that masterpiece when they finish, they could be proud of it. It makes them feel a certain way. All right. So this is the same concept we're using when we talk about building our content, right? or whatever it is that you do. All right. So this is in that regards. Number 3, focus help us with time management. Right. So when we block off sections of time, right, then we can put our intentional focus in what we're working on for this time span. All right. So I used to be a person in the past that struggled with time management, right? Because I was in school, I had a job, right? I was just trying to get things done, right? And at the end of the day, I was mentally exhausted. And then after a while, I started thinking, oh, man, what is going on? Right. So after a lot of guidance, right, from mentors that I'm grateful for, they show me ways how to actually break down time and to make it manageable. All right. Like, for instance, if you're studying, right, a lot of times, some of us, right, it's hard to study for hours and hours at a time. Right. So when we break down that, we'll say 2 hours that you have to do for studying, and you break it down into, let's say, 20-minute increments. All right, I'm going to study for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to take a break for like 10 minutes. I'm going to study for 20 more minutes. I'm going to put all my intentional focus in studying for 20 minutes, no distractions. Then we're going to take a break for 10 minutes, right? And if you do this over the course of an hour to 2 hours, for me, this allowed me to be way more productive than if I was to study for 2 hours straight, right? Because the mind has to take time for it to comprehend what you just studied. All right. So this is where the focus comes into play, right? And when we start to have ways where we realize how focus is, remember, focus is your mental currency, right? So during the day, you want to ask yourself and remember, like, what am I spending my mental currency on? Same way you spend your money, right? You have to go to the store, you pay your bills, right? This is what I have to pay for, right? So it's the same concept with our mental currency of focus. Okay, I got to focus on, accomplishing tasks at work. All right, I have to focus on accomplishing tasks in school. I have to focus on accomplishing tasks, as an entrepreneur. I have to focus on accomplishing tasks, at home. Right. So when we think about these all come around to what we're talking about, focus. All right. So with that, when we talk about focus, there's an equation to take into place. Focus plus clarity plus discipline equals goals manifested. Again, focus plus clarity plus discipline equals goals manifested. All right. So if you're watching this, be sure to write that down. All right. So again, these are just a few of the ways that focus benefits us, right? And remember that focus can work for our benefit, right? To help us get closer to our goals, to help us manifest what we want to manifest, right? Or we could focus on distractions and the wrong things that take us further away. All right. So again, none of us are perfect, right? But the thing to keep in mind is to become more mindful and aware when we're putting our focus on things that are distracting us, that are taking us further away from the goals that we want to accomplish. All right. So if like, man, I really want to, accomplish this goal for the day, right? And you find yourself locked into social media, you find yourself locked into the news, you find yourself locked in, the gossip, whatever's going on, right? Now just put your focus on becoming aware. All right, is this helping me get closer to my goal, or is this taking me further away? Right. So this is what we want to get to the point to where we're starting to think about this, right? When we're performing tasks, right? So then once you start looking at it that way, you start seeing things as, right, choice A or choice B, right? Is this going to help me or is this going to get me further away? And you choose the one that you feel helps you at the moment, right? I can't tell you which choice to make. I can just guide you on the tools to help you. All right. So again, these are pieces, right, of the content that's going to become available in the virtual workshop, right, March 22nd. Which at this point is Friday, it's tomorrow. So whenever you see this, all right, it's only $47, right? And you're getting around 2 hours of knowledge and how to discipline your mindset and bring that discipline to your content. It's all going to be laid out for you. All right. And after watching that, you wanted to take a further step. Again, I'm a life coach. I'm also a mind, body, and spiritual therapist, right? Another word for Reiki for people and animals. I'm also an online course educator, right? These services are found through my website, www.dayronshavers.com. The link is in the description on my page. Feel free to visit it. You can read my story and how I was driven to find my purpose in what I am doing now. All right. Then if you want to schedule a free 15-minute consultation, that's found on my website as well. It's free. If you just want to talk about where you are in life, some goals that you have, right, and how my services can help to serve you, feel free to schedule a free appointment. The option is on my website. All right. Be sure to also visit and listen in for the Aniverse Network podcast, right? This is pretty much your one-stop shop, right? I cover topics from anything in the nature field. We talk about animals. We talk about trees, plants, careers in the field, right? Special guests to come on and share their knowledge, right? So all of this is available through the Aniverse Network podcast. You can find the link if you go to my website. It's literally the first tab you'll see, Aniverse Network podcast. You click that, you'll find it. And I love covering topics that involves how nature helps us in our life, right? So if you haven't listened in on the last episode I discussed in how the gray whale, right, the sighting in the Atlantic Ocean, right, which hasn't been seen there over 200 years, how this can be applied in our life with persistence. All right. Great knowledge was dropped. So be sure to check out that episode. All right. So that's our session for today. Again, go right over reformationleadership.com. Purchase your registration ticket for the virtual conference tomorrow, Friday, March 22nd, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to see everyone there. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Anyverse Now Enterprises, an animal health organization, is committed to fostering harmony between animals, nature, and humans. We offer a range of services, from Reiki and therapy to comprehensive education, empowering pet owners and communities to coexist in harmony. Join us in creating a world where animals, nature, and humans thrive together. Visit our website at dayronshavers.com to discover how you can be part of this transformative journey.